Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hugh Hatrick channel. That's right, you're with me, Fat Man in a Cheap Sim. But I've got a special guest, none other than Andrew Marr. Hello, Andrew.
Hello, how are you, Hugh? How are
I'm
you?
very well indeed. Now, as you can see here, we have the details for this Goodwood motor circuit. It is the esports race. Now, you're probably going to think, well, I saw a bit of this on the Goodwood live show. That's right, they did have a kind of highlight show it was around about the 9th of July on the Sunday when it was a big finale. But this is the full length race. And we thought, let's do some commentary, let's have some fun, because I was very fortunate to be able to be part of the team that helped to make this race happen and the whole event happen, thanks to Josh Martin and his group there. So we thought we would give it a shot and do the race and commentate on it. So, Andrew, are you looking forward to this one?
Oh, it's going to be great. I mean, they're all in nice Ford GTs, so there's a bit of parity.
Yeah.
I suppose it's going to be a bit like a clean V8 version of a Formula 3 race, sort of.
But these are all the top guys who made it through the qualifying, and it was pretty tough. There were some really good races and build up to the final. So these are the top drivers in the world, and the prize was a brand new sim rig. It was tickets to Goodwood next year, and it wasn't just any tickets; it was like the best tickets as well. All the kind of the VIP packages that they do. So whoever wins this race, it was going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now,
As the American kids say, I am jelly.
exactly.
I'd love to win that.
So we'll get the race underway. It's 18 laps, less under 20 minutes or thereabouts of a phenomenal race that you're about to witness here at Goodwood. And your commentary team is Andrew Marr and Hugh Hatrick.
Indeed. And they're off. Oh my goodness.
It's
looks like some lovely beige people in this. I like the beige. It looks like something my mother would use years ago. Mustard. Now, was it Kenny 3390 is not getting very good lines here, and the others have got a nice slipstream. What's going on?
Yeah.
Slipstream.
Oh, there we go.
Going for it. John Mass 74 is going for it.
Roll round the outside.
Oh, excellent. Oh, what a move. What a fantastic move. Round the outside, taking advantage of the slipstream, but very clean.
Yep, very clean. And at this point, there's quite a few moves here. We've got Play FedEx and Prima Shambazi's moved up to 4th. There you can see him just there. And there's lots of things happening as they come through into the left-hander on the back straight. Can they make up some places? But Yomas is just driven away with the lead here.
Yeah, he's getting his lines. I mean, there seems to be a problem with Kenny and his lines. He's not using the whole track. He's missing his apexes. That one wasn't too bad, so, which means he doesn't get a good exit, which means the other cars can catch him up.
Yeah.
Jomas is just driving away. Now, my favourite name, which is Prima Chambazi, he seems to be, it, could be a zebra for all I know, seems to be doing quite well, keeping with him. Let's drop back a bit there. Kenny seems to be getting himself sorted. But again, you see the line there, middle of the track, and then you end up understeering wide. Oh, he's all over the place there. He's getting a bit untidy. Prima Chambazi's up. He's going to have him. It's not close enough yet.
There we go. On the back straight. So we've got 3 French drivers. We've got a New Zealander, an American, and is that the Kenny? Is that a Dutch one? Is that, or is that the what flag?
I think that was French, wasn't it? Kenny.
Kenny looks like he's got it's the Dutch flag, is it, or the Swedish flag maybe? It's red with the cross on it.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Yes, it's a flag. Correct.
We're testing our geography skills as we go through this great race.
What's that got to do with geography? I mean, how many mountains that you're meant to memorise have got a flag on them? They don't look like flags. That's geography. That's called being a quizmaster.
And there we go.
You can memorise things. That always.
Shambazi is right up there.
Now he's French, isn't he?
Yes, he is
Chambazi,
French.
I should
Yes.
say it like this. I am Prima Chambazi. I've got cheese in my car. I'm going for it. No, that's brave. That's brave.
Almost.
Now in Formula One, right? If it had been Norris, he would have been immediately put to the back of the field because he's bad for racing in a way that causes excitement or whatever Formula One people do.
Oh, it's
going to
almost
be
three
fun next year.
abreast. Oh,
here we go. Here we go.
and
He's
just,
alongside. Is he
he's
alongside?
going to get, just touched a wee
Is
bit.
the other guy
And then,
Verstappen? Oh, that was unfortunate. Clean racing, though. They didn't hit each other.
Yeah, there was a couple of little touches here and there. Oh, and somebody spun at the back. Somebody spun at the back. Let's see.
Oh, yes. Do your thing. Do your thing where we can look at the back.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's
the Conzio. The Conzio has spun, so he is back down, right the way down there.
Jokes about who would say what car is it? The black one. I'm not allowed to say those kind of jokes anymore, are I?
But it's a Ford GT because they're all GTs.
All men aren't allowed to do washing because they can't operate the washing machine. That's okay, but whatever.
Here we go. It is 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's as close as that with Chambazi. Zifek second.
Still 4th. That's good. He's got a chance to sort of catch. So how many laps we got left? On lap 4 of 18. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing okay. He's in 4th.
Yep.
Started in 5th, so he's still up the field a little bit.
And of course, he got touched a wee bit, and then that made him run wide at the chicane. But he's leading this pack.
For a move that was never gonna
you can't be on the outside there. But you can see the two in front are not. There's not a massive amount. Not a massive amount of it. Almado is pushing hard to Kenny 3390. That what is going to happen here? They're getting closer and closer.
See, this is my issue with equal machines. Okay, yes, you do see the difference made between individual drivers. How good they are, and the lines have taken that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But this current crop of so-called Formula One fans that think that it's all about overtaking in jeopardy. Well, you don't get any because they're all in the same machine. So it's tiny differences. If you're lucky and the person in front makes a massive mistake, you can get past them. But other than that, very little happens other than holding station and putting pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't bring action.
He's gone wide in there. Oh,
that was superb. Okay, so he went for a nice dive up the inside, which was never going to work.
Yeah, just outbraked himself.
Exactly as I was saying, is that he had a massive overspeed.
Yeah.
The reason why the car in front was going slower is because that person wanted to get around the corner. That was what I call a Takuma Sato moment. Takuma Sato used to do this. He used to go banzai down the inside and then off the track or into some other poor unsuspecting driver. That's what used to happen.
Yep.
So where's Chambazi?
He is up into 3rd. Chambazi is up into 3rd. Let's look at what's been happening here. He is now in 3rd place, and can he pull away and catch up with 2nd? It's going to be.
He was behind Prima. Armado or Amadillo or
he was behind Kenny 399 right at the start. He got up into 3rd and then he just got a wee tap and then another tap and then he went wide.
Obviously a poor qualifying. Kenny was
on pole.
Kenny was on pole, but how he got that pole up based on the way he was driving.
Yeah,
a few laps. No, I'm not dishing the guy. He's better than I'll ever be, but his lines, it's almost like he was being too cautious in those first few laps, which of course made him vulnerable to people that were being a bit more precise with their lines.
But also the slipstream is very strong. It still makes quite a big difference. So when they're coming out, there we have it here, 3rd and 4th. It's not allowing Chambazi to pull away at all. He's got Sikkim right behind him. And it's going to be very, very hard. He's going to try and go around the outside, but I don't think there's space around there.
Never works.
That's such a tricky right-hander. Then the left as well, because you don't want to take too much curb, but if you get on the grass, because the car naturally slides out, you're in big trouble. So it's very easy to be drawn in at far too high speed around these couple of bends here.
Goodwood's great for this because, you watch Goodwood over the years and you see the old ERAs or the 1950s Formula One cars racing, with the aerodynamics of a brick, or even the older ones that actually are the aerodynamics of a brick. The old Fiat 74s and stuff like this. They're just like a 6-foot radiator grill on the front. Just watching the skill of them sliding about, because that's how they drive on such a tight, twisty, narrow circuit, is superb. It's great for that. You get these corners where you're just drifting out wide, like we just saw there.
Yeah, that's very close. Look how close they are. And I have to say, Shambazi's driving extremely well, because he's just putting his car in the right places. And whatever Sikkim tries to do, he just can't do it. He just can't get round enough. So well done to Shambazi there, because he's really managing, without weaving, to keep Sikkim behind him without any kind of... He's going to struggle. I mean, he's right there, inches behind. But so far, there's been no real way or opportunity for him to get past.
There's 10 laps to go. And is it me, or is he catching up with Kenny again?
I think they're beginning to close in a little bit.
Now, imagine what it'd be like if he didn't have a guy right up his chuff. The Americans. Can't see that properly. So, what's he called, Hugh?
The one in fourth? Zifix Sikkim.
Zifix, that sounds harder to say than the French one.
I just call him by the second part of the name. It makes it a wee bit easier.
ZFX. That's what it is, isn't it? No, it is fixed. Oh, whatever. The other beige one.
Yeah.
In a Ford GT V8 brick.
Is that beige or is it not grey?
That's not quite grey.
It's a light kind of grey.
It's
not
a
quite
sort
beige.
of beige grey. It's the worst colours, the least exciting colours on the planet, mixed together to make something that's almost alien in its lack of excitement. Now he's actually pulling away a bit from the American.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only the car's length, but the American was sort of sucking on his tailpipe at one point.
Yeah, he's definitely putting the pressure on, and I think they're both battling, and normally that would mean they would probably lose time to the car in front, but they're
which is why it's amazing that he's catching him up.
Almado was right in the grass there. That was quite a thing.
He won't be getting the tickets.
No. Well, he's already he's had a pretty exciting race so far, starting up ahead and then going back down the field with his overtake on Kenny 339. I know that didn't quite work, but it's great that the fact that this race is so close, and we're already just over halfway, and things are bringing up, and they're doing 107s, which is pretty good going, because they were using a softer tyre.
They're on lap 10 of 18, and as you say, there are some mistakes going, but it's because they're pushing so hard. I just want to say they've got the white wall tyres on, which I think look very nice, but it keeps making me think that Lightning McQueen is going to turn up, or the Hudson Hornet. And how did he's got up the inside?
Oh, it's on the out there.
Is it going to work?
Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Oh, but he goes wide there, and Shambazi gets him back.
Super.
But he tried.
Good racing.
That is very good indeed.
But he wouldn't have got away from Shambazi, because Shambazi's a better driver. The only reason that the American is keeping up with him is because of the slipstream, and that Shambazi's having to drive defensively, as you say.
Yeah.
But this is stopping them catching up. DC says this all the time, that when people are battling each other like that, it stops you catching up with the guy in front.
Yeah.
And wrecks your tyres. It's a pity, really.
Yeah.
So it's almost a pity, as it's, cars, but with GTs, sorry, not 40s, that no one's going to do a pit stop. So I had to get that in. I wanted to say pit stop. If Alonso was here, say, well, we had the pit stop. That was almost French, that.
But there we go. So we're heading on. We're on lap 11 of 18. And it's still an incredible battle between Shambazi in third and Sikkim in fourth. Yuma 74 has driven away with the lead. Kenny is in second place. He's a good few seconds behind. But this is the race of the race.
Oh, that was that was not a tank slapper. As you know. His rear tyres are gone. His back tyres are gone.
Well,
that's what's happening there.
I don't think we had tyre wear.
What is actually called a fishtail.
A fishtail, not a tank slapper.
Not a tank slapper, because it's not a motorbike, and the handlebars are not slapping into the tank, but it's on a resonance up between the front and back wheels. What's actually happening is the back end is going and can't regain grip, and then you get a transfer of weight, and it goes wee, wee, wee. Fishtail, not tank slapper. I would like to slap the people that say tank slapper when they're talking about the car. That would be a tank slapper. I'll slap them with a tank. But no. Right, you've got the controls, sir. We've got 6 laps left. Can we have a tour of the field? Going from
Certainly. Okay. We will go. Oh, there we go. From first is Yomas 74, who is pulling away and has a good number of seconds between him and second place. Then,
nice and tidy lines.
Yep, we have Kenny, who is just about keeping there in second place, with a bit of a gap between second and third. And there you are.
Very lucky that the people who've been watching for the past 10 minutes have been fighting each other, because otherwise they'd be all over him.
Yeah, absolutely. So third and fourth are very, very close, as you can see there. And then we have Almado in fifth, on the grass there from Almado. Then going into sixth place, it is Jink Yosuke.
So sixth and seventh, let's go. Oh, there's a penalty there for the person in seventh place. 10 versus Jorge.
And then we're up to seventh there in the Spanish there. And then Conzio, who's got a point fourth.
It's not Jorge, it's Jorge.
Jorge.
Hello, I am Jorge.
And there you are. Zorro. And there is Brocky 05 all the way from New Zealand, who is the last of the group so far.
No, that's in South African. Oh, I can never do it. I can't do these accents on demand. They either happen or they don't.
Look at the time that Yomas has. It must be a good 7 or 8 seconds at least between him and Kenny 3390. But let's see this gap in second place. And third is there. Look at that. Sikkim has pulled away now from Shambazi by quite a bit and is gaining and gaining. Are we going to see in the last few laps as the race finishes off an amazing overtake?
4.5 laps. 4.5 laps for him to catch him and pass him. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I feel a little bit for Shambazi because he had done really well. And he was actually, I think, he could, without all the incidents, he probably could have been with Kenny 3390, maybe even ahead, because he's, he was challenging in the early stages.
Definitely.
But look at that. They are now beginning to close up. See, this is because when they only show the highlights, you just see bits and pieces. But now you're seeing the whole race as it unfolded over 18 laps here at Goodwood. As they come in to the chicane, very, very tricky there. They all use a little bit of the grass, a bit of the curb and more to see how much they can get away with. So they're second, third, fourth, and fifth. There's really not much in it at all.
Right, just to clarify, Kenny is from Denmark.
Denmark. Good.
Denmark. I have a thingy on the interwebnet, interhighwebnet, telling me that it is the flag of Denmark.
Right, it's good that you can go to Google before we can check this. That makes sure that we know where everybody's from. So here we they're definitely catching. They've got just, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 4 laps to go here. And definitely Sikkim is only maybe just over a second or so behind Kenny in second place. And he's about a second ahead now of Shambazi. Are we going to get an overtake? It's certainly looking like potentially, I think he's faster. He's certainly getting this last section as they come into the chicane sorted out. That looks pretty good there. Nice and clean. It looks like he's gathering pace, definitely. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, he's definitely pulled away from Shambazi and he's definitely catching up with Kenny. But Shambazi was dropping back towards the Prima, no, what's it called?
Almado, yeah.
Prima Almado in the white car. But now he's stabilised that and he's staying with the American.
Yeah.
I just wondered the way that he lost the back end to be overtaken by the American. Shambazi's tyres, I thought his rear tyres had gone,
Yeah.
I'm guessing they've got tyre wear on this?
I think they
As they should
didn't
have.
actually. I think it was just soft tyres in the end. Yeah, and so they didn't have to have any pit stops. It was just normal. Yeah, no tyre wear. So, but it will affect them though if they go off, because if you get dirt on your tyres, then that's what affects them.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And as they're all using a bit of grass over
So you
those
can see
curves,
Shambazi's catching him up.
yeah,
He's trying to stabilise it. He's
he's caught up there a bit.
So he's sorting himself out. But they're all going onto the dirt there. Have you noticed when they're coming out of the chicane?
Yeah,
they're all putting their right side tyres on straight on the dirt.
yeah.
You got to wonder what that's going to do. Though all the next corners are right-handed, so it's not the right-hand tyres aren't really necessary for those.
Yeah.
Don't know. I don't think in 1.5 laps that anything's going to change now, unless there's a serious mistake.
Well, there's not much in it. As you say, just a couple of laps to go. In fact, we're coming almost around their penultimate lap now, and they'll be starting their last lap in less than 30 seconds or so. It's been close, and I have to say the pressure is on. I have to know when you're sitting there in second place, and Kenny's had quite a reasonable run. But now look at that, he's got Sikkim not far away at all, and Shambazi as well, not far away. What will happen as they come in to the final chicane? It's getting closer and closer.
Oh, he's trying too hard now. So he's lost it. He's actually lost it.
Oh, there he goes!
There we go.
And Sikkim
and he's way back.
He throws it away.
He's back into third because from America, what his name is, tried too hard.
Yeah. So you might be getting a little bit of background. See it?
There's a fight in the stands. I think the security is going to be called to the hooligans.
You always get this on live TV when there's an argument.
Of course you do. This is normal. So we're in the last lap, final lap, everybody. Well, Hugh goes and beats up the football supporters that ended up in the crowd. I don't know where they got. It's probably rugby, actually. Anyway, so we've got
children, man. I'll shut the door, so it's fine. There we go.
You're 74 from France in first place. You have Kenny, who was very lucky indeed that that move by Shambazi didn't really work out for him in the first or second lap. That's Shambazi, who has done a brilliant
and he's done
job.
it.
Is on the podium.
Yeah, that was close. That was close.
Getting knocked back, trying to overtake Kenny for second place.
So Shambazi did pretty well, to be fair. Sikkim almost got it. He just spun it coming out of the chicane on the last lap.
He was
second last lap.
Desperate to catch up. This is the thing, isn't it, though? You can't overdrive to catch up.
Yeah.
You can only drive tidily. The great Sir Jackie Young-Stewart, 3 times world champion and former holder of the record number of wins at 25 out of 99, said that there was a time when he was driving in BRM with Graham Hill, and I think they were at Monza or Imola, the Italian tracks, and they had a big lead over everybody else, and they kept getting pit bulls saying to slow down. So they'd slow down and they would roll off the accelerator, roll on the accelerator, brake a bit, I don't know, more safely, a bit less fiercely, and they were setting faster and faster time and pulling away from everybody every time they did. And their team manager was going ballistic on the pit wall because he thought they were racing each other. They weren't. They were just being smoother, more precise, more careful, and it made them go faster. It's kind of counterintuitive. Whereas you want to push, don't you? You want to get there. And what happens is that what happened to that American guy there? He went off the track, span up the tyres, went off the track, span, and ended up 4 places further back. So.
Yeah. Well, we're going to call it a day there. Stay on the line, Andrew, but I'm going to finish the recording there. But that was the Goodwood Esports, the full race there, 18 laps of Goodwood. And it was a fantastic race, very exciting to watch, intense with lots of great overtakes. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and give it a like, and you can leave a comment as well. But you've been watching the Hugh Hatrick channel, and it's as always, drive fast and try not to crash. And Andrew, what's the last phrase?
Well, then you may win at the first corner.
Excellent. See you soon.
Bye.